think I promised to show you this building in an earlier video. You might almost say preserved as it is amongst all the modern stuff that's going up around it.
And this is the Christadelphian chapel with a house as part of it. Now, there was many years ago a decree about places of worship, and certainly out in the country areas you do still find, particularly in North Devon, little houses with a chapel attached to them. I think this was obviously built all in one. It's the Christadelphian hall, tucked amongst all the modern buildings, and we'll show you a little more of that later on. Sadly, we've still got the wind with us today. But I was talking about why these big modern shopping centres here, and it suddenly occurred to me, when you look at a map of North Wales, there are not many large centres of population. Where do people go to shop? You have, for instance, if you're looking at Ynysmerne, Anglesey, all you've really got is Holyhead. And then you come onto the mainland. Bangor, well, it's a university town, it's not really a shopping town. Then there's Carnarvon, and they're building a brand new road to keep you out of the town. When you come this way, there's nothing. There's no large towns inland in Wales coming across this part. The nearest really town you've got for shopping, you've got to go to Chester. So, and now they've got a nice easy road from the A55 into Llandudno without going through the Gamway. I suppose it made sense business-wise. Build your big shopping centre. Not a big one. Build a reasonably attractive shopping centre in Llandudno, and everybody can come along the A55 and up into your town. And so this is what they seem to have done. In a way, I suppose these buildings are not unattractive. There's I think a nod to Art Deco there, although those kind of round towers, in terms of shopping centre architecture, I think are probably a few years out of date now. But it doesn't look too bad. And here you've got the stores, Primark, Superdrug, JD Sports. Then you pan round here, again another one of these round towers. Next. What they've done, they've actually built these two new roads into the centre of Llandudno and made a one-way system around this shopping area. Large car parking spaces, all free of course.
Did I say all free, of course? I lied. I had thought it was free. What I hadn't noticed was the pay meters discreetly arranged around the outer edges of the car park, and I hadn't seen them when I was panning around. You do have to pay, but I don't think it's very much, although to be honest I didn't check.
That's only my personal opinion.
However, it's nice and open, and there you go.
But anyway, there is a feeling of openness here. That's a daft statement, isn't it? Because it is in the open. But I think you know what I mean. Because it's not all huddled inside these entrances that act as wind tunnels, you don't feel constrained, you don't feel claustrophobic. I keep my eyes peeled for more of the Alice in Wonderland statues. There's 5 around the town, the 5 main characters. I found the Mad Hatter and I found Alice, but I guess I've been walking around the rest of the town with my eyes shut. Costa here, Costa there, your copy Costa Lotta everywhere. That name Mostyn. Everywhere you go here, you cannot escape the fact that this is Mostyn's land, and don't you jolly well forget it. There's a good Welsh word. Cerddor, from the verb cerdded, to walk. And just to put the record straight, I did say the other day about Railforth, Llandudno, meaning Llandudno Railway, and that train shed was once twice as big as it is now. But if you actually want to ask somebody for the railway station, or Llandudno railway station, you actually ask them Gorsaf Llandudno, in the same way that if you want the police station, it's Gorsaf Headley, and I have found the White Rabbit. Look at that. And I got 3 out of 5. I'm late, I can't stop, I'm late. Oh dear, is that the time? There's never enough time to do what I want. Dear, oh dear. Yes. All apparently carved out of the same tree trunk. So, I think the wind is going to play absolute havoc with the recording, but here is Starbucks. Starbucks cost you all a lot of bucks. And Maisie's chocolate shop. But here, as I say, tucked away on this new road and preserved, is the Christadelphian Hall. I honestly don't know much about the Christadelphians. They're one of these minority sects. I suppose in a lot of cases they meet now in hired halls and that, because there just isn't the money to build their new churches. But this one was built in 1889, I noticed on the top there. And there we have it. So it's been around a fair while. And that, of course, 1889, 1870s, 1880s was when the non-conformist movement really was getting going. Think of John Wesley and the Methodists, and the Baptist churches were beginning to be established when they finally had the freedom to do so. And so I think a lot of these type of buildings did spring up at the time. There were people around with some money to build them, but you don't see that many of the smaller groups like Christadelphians around now. So it is nice just to find something like that tucked away amongst the modern parts of Llandudno. shop in there. This is the thing, because this is a holiday town. It's coffee shops, coffee shops, coffee shops everywhere, and little restaurants. And I noticed yesterday walking round, they're all quite well patronised, which is good, but obviously they're patronised to the point where the owners are doing anything other, I suppose, than barely breaking even. And this wretched pandemic is going to be going on for... We could be like this for another year or more, let's be honest. So I don't know, I really don't know. Anyway, that's a little morning tour of Llandudno. Oh, it's Friday morning. I've come almost as far up the road as you can do into Llandudno. I'm standing at the bottom of the Great Orme, just panning back down into the town centre. You'll notice everywhere you have these Victorian canopies in front of the houses and shops, which is a rather nice touch. And now we're at this end of the town. Why do lorry drivers keep talking at me as if... do they think I'm a policeman or something? Up here is something typically Welsh. Welsh tabernacle dating to 1875. I think I'll just follow the road up here and see where it leads me. We get a nice view at the front windows of the Empire Hotel there. But maybe not at the sea. Certainly get a good look right the way back down through the town. I was going to attempt to walk up the Great Orme, even halfway up, but I'm so out of breath because of that wind this morning, and unfortunately that's where heart failure lets me down. Damn it. I fight it as much as I can, but in the end it gets you, and you have to say That's it. It makes you feel a complete failure, to be honest. And yet, I'm lucky. I've pushed myself to go places and do things that maybe others haven't been able to. But this I had to do. They told me about this building next to the tramway, and they weren't wrong. Look at it. What an interesting building that is. A castellated form. And because of COVID, the Great Orme tramway is not working this year. And if I was to go up the Great Orme, I'd have to go up that road, and I just can't. Sorry. But at least I've seen where the Great Orme is. And this building is divided into flats. One for sale if you want it. But there it is, the original card still in use, the Great Orme tramway.
And they could have done it every other second.
Fish tram chips. And at least I can say I've been to it, even if I haven't been on it. What a lovely view though, out there across into the mountains. And if I just pan round this way, there's some brave souls starting to walk up there already with a car coming down, and that is as close as I'm going to get to the Great Orme this morning, unfortunately. So let's go back down. Turn the corner here. It's just a short walk. Down to the pier and the seafront.
Well, at this point I wasn't feeling too well, so I made my way slowly back to the hotel for a rest, and we'll pick up the filming later in the afternoon in a more modern shopping centre.
Well, I'm standing in a spot. It's quite a contrast from the seafront. Just up there, as you can see, you've got all the hotels and that, right on the seafront. And then to the left of that, you start going into the more Victorian. All the roads are Victorian origin, but here, everything's to do with Mostyn, all on Mostyn owned land, because Lord Mostyn apparently is the richest landowner in Wales, I think they said, worth about £48 million. He owns all of it, Llandudno, most of Flintshire or something, the most eligible bachelor and one of the youngest lords. But I'm wondering what this land was, whether it was fields or what have you, because you've got this modern trading estate here with B&Q, Currys, PC World, Home Bargains, BM. Oh, there it is, Champneys. Now, goodness knows, so you can see all the names of the shops there. I know you've seen this view time and time again, I guess, but I just had to show you the changing scenes of the mountains behind, because every single day there's a different colour, there's a different viewpoint. Some days it's the rain across there, some days like today the sun is shining somewhere out there that you can see, and lovely cloud formation. And those buildings at the back of that other new shopping centre that I told you about just now, hopefully I'll have a walk around there and later, because I found a little old historic building that I want to show you as well. This mystifies me. I last drove through here probably 11 years ago. I know my main route was down the seafront, but we did come through the back of the town. I can't remember what was here, fields, older buildings, but this is all that new stuff over there that would go back to those shops. 10 years or younger, gotta be. And it's just mystifying what was there before. Anyway, you can see the sun shining on the hills over there, and we'll leave it there for now.